Hello, this is Gina O'Connor, and I'm going to talk to you today about the importance of creating sacred space when you work with your crystal skulls. There are a few different parts to this that I'd like to go over if I have time today, and those are basically setting up your sacred space first by doing some cleansing, and secondly, creating and consecrating the circle of your sacred space. After that, you will be able to work with your crystal skulls for healing, psychic purposes, meditation within the sacred space and time. And after you're finished, you will dissolve the circle and thank the angels and those who you asked to be there to support and protect your work. So today I'm going to show you a few ways to do that while you're working with your crystal skull, or to prepare yourself before working with your crystal skulls. So I've set up a little sacred space here for you to look at and to demonstrate some ways that you can do this. Now, the reason that you want to do this is for a variety of things. Protection for yourself, also to put you in the mindset where you're connecting with the divine with no disturbances, and you're respecting your work with yourself and with the crystal skulls, and also to gain the blessings of that which you call into your sacred space. And you can do this from many different perspectives. Now, one of the first things that you want to do is start with yourself. And what I've done today is I'm wearing white because it's a color of purification and a symbol of light. I also have a medicine pouch on with sacred items, a sacred crystal that I often wear for blessings and protection, and an emblem of Athena. She represents purity, wisdom, protection, and victory of all that is good. So for me, that's a good symbol, but you may use something from your own tradition, whether it be a Christian cross, a symbol of a saint, or Buddha, or nothing at all. Just whatever resonates the best for you and makes you feel most special and sacred. So here's some ways that you'd start out after you prepare yourself. You want to get your space ready. And so some ways that you can do that are literally to sweep out with a broom, such as this, all the negativity out the door, just right out the door. You can also open up your windows. You can spray some essence, spiritual cleanse in the air and on yourself. And you can use sound. You can use things like these bowls. And that really creates a nice atmosphere for clearing out energies, making a nice space for you to work in. You might also do some drumming. I'm going to let my dog out. Go ahead, she's not going to like this. But drumming sets the tone for the sacred space, so it's perfect. To bring in all the blessings that you would like to be there. You can use this at the beginning, in the middle, and the end of when you're working within your sacred space. Now the next part that you would start out with is to make your circle. The circle represents the four directions, It also represents up, down, and here, which is 7. 7 is a sacred number, holy number, and in the center of where you are is the connection to the divine, and all time and all space is here and now. So you may use something like a wand. I have a nice crystal wand, and I would use this as a pillar of light to go around in the 4 directions, all the way around, visualizing a bubble of light, not just in a circle, but all the way around me in a bubble. So I've started to create this sacred space, and then I will honor the 4 directions. This happens to be the east, is where you normally would start out in most traditions, because that represents where the sun rises, and it also represents the angel Raphael, if I'm correct. Yes, Raphael in the east, and the color yellow, the hummingbird, the hawk, and also the owl. So those are some representations from different cultures that you might use for the east. Yellow, Raphael, the hawk, owl, and the hummingbird, the spring, east. Then you turn around the wheel, and you have, and I have represented these by different color skulls. Now this one's red. This is for summer. This is for Saint Michael, or Archangel Michael. And this is in the south. The south also represents summer, so it'd be spring, summer, then you go around spring, summer, fall, and winter. Or you go from dawn all the way until dusk and back around. So it's a full cycle of time is what you're representing within this space. And then you, with blue, that's the west. It also symbolizes a different time in your life. Also, it could be the later years of your life, the twilight of your life. Blue would be the angel Gabriel, as well as it being for the animal, the beaver. And then in the north, you can use the color white, also purple or green, and that's earth, the earth element. If I didn't mention it before, it starts air, fire, water, and earth. And in the north is Archangel Uriel. So now that you've called in the protection of all these beings to assist you and to bless you and to protect you, you can start within your sacred space. You also might use physically incense or sage for air, fire as in a candle for the element in the summer and in the south. Water, you can also use water to bless your area, and that would be for the west. And in the north you have salt, which that's purifying also, and you can spread that around, and that represents the earth. So now that you've made your sacred space, you can also have your altar represented by some colorful flowers from spring, and whatever you feel is necessary to make it feel connected to you and in that sacred space. So then you can start to work with your crystal skulls, and you can just meditate and do your healing work within that space. And you also want to remember when you're doing this work to be grounding yourself, to also put yourself in a